Alright guys, what's up? I'm gonna try to create the best ruthless aggression roster ever created, so I'm gonna head over here. Obviously, it's community creations, downloads. This may take a little while. This is going to be a multiple part video. Um, right now we're downloading. Soon I will be editing. So the first I'm going to download Mick Foley. So for the ones that don't know, Mick Foley and Edge had a great bout right before the WrestleMania 22 era and into the WrestleMania 22 era before they became allies. So this Mick Foley right here will work. I'm going to edit him eventually and take off the tights and put some just normal pants on him. So I'm going to download Mick Foley. And as well, I already have some characters downloaded as well that I'm going to be editing before I actually started the video, such as Mr. Kennedy, Paul Heyman, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, but like the list goes on. Ashley Mazzaro, Batista 06, Big Evil, Undertaker, America Badass, The Big Show, which I will re-edit The Big Show and for a duplicate so we can have the ECW version. Brock Lesnar, which will be edited into the 03 Here Comes the Pain version. Carlito 06, Chavo Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Dolph Ziggler, which will be edited into the Spirit Squad version. Christian will be edited when he was with Tyson Tomko. Chris Masters, and then Jericho will be edited for his return in 2007, as well as that Edge will be edited for his WrestleMania 21 Money in the Bank win, and this Edge will be edited for when he was with Lita, and this one will be rated RKO, as well as Gold Dust. John Cena 06, MVP, Mark Henry, Matt Hardy will be edited for the Hardy Boys, obviously. Paul Heyman, like I said, Sin Cara doesn't count. He's going to be the only character I have that's probably not Ruthless Aggression era. And I'm just going to scroll up here to this Triple H. This is Triple H 06. We can even see he has the mustache. So now back to community creations. So now I'm going to look for the Triple H from 2004, the Evolution style without his beard. I like to go to the most downloaded. Like this will work just fine. All we got to do is add his rifle here, and then maybe make another attire for a suit from Evolution. Next, I'm also going to search for Goldberg. I'm going from 2004 to 2007. Any Goldberg will really work, so I'll do custom portraits and all that eventually. Like this Goldberg right here, I could just edit out his beard and edit his ring attire. I'm about to be searching for Shawn Michaels because, in my opinion, he was not just the greatest wrestler of all time, but he was the best wrestler of the ruthless aggression era. But I did not completely finish the showcase yet because I just started doing this. So I'm not really sure. I'm going to download that Rey Mysterio just because he's already on my list to download. But then we'll go back searching for Shawn. He just popped up. Figured why not. And it looks like no luck for Shawn just yet. Maybe. Not perfect, but this Shawn will work. That actually cuts out the 05, the 06, and the 07 DX attires. That Shawn was failed, so I'm going to have to find another one. As I thought, all the Shawns are actually locked. So I'm going to just go to the next character until I actually unlock him in Showcase, which will be Kurt Angle, but I'm sure he's the same way. Carlito, which I actually already have, as well as Chris Masters, as well as the Big Show and Edge. Might as well have worked in '06. So the next up on my list is Lita '06. Alright, so if Lita goes through, which she did, next will be Ric Flair. As well as Edge and Flair had a great battle at the TLC match on Raw. Not sure if anybody remembers that. It was a phenomenal match, though. That's back when wrestling was great. Hopefully, during this Paul Levesque era, we'll see it come back great again. Make wrestling great again, but I I hope it happens. Ric Flair 03, Ric Flair 08, Ric Flair 04, which possibly were. Ric Flair 87, Ric Flair 05 to 08. That's perfect. So if the Nature Boy goes through, we can mark him off the list. And I believe I already have the Jeff Hardy '06 and the Matt Hardy. So the next we're going to be doing is the Spirit Squad, which I already have Dolph Ziggler, so I can already make Ziggler, but I'm just going to go for the Spirit Squad anyway. Dolph Ziggler is such a great athlete. He's a great professional wrestler. He's great at everything he does. But the days of the Spirit Squad was just tremendous. Watching them run around with the coach Jonathan Coachman and with Vince McMahon, and it was a trip down memory lane. This is a trip down memory lane right now, actually. And for you guys who don't know the Spirit Squad, there's actually Kenny, Nikki, Johnny, Mikey, and Mitch. All right, so here's Kenny, which is perfect. If that happened, all right, back into community creations. We left off on Mitch. So it looks like I'm creating Johnny, which is fine. So next we're going to go to the coach. Alright, so I guess I'm going to do this all in one. So my next step up is Stephanie McMahon 06, which I believe she's in here. Yeah, that's not going to work. And I'm not seeing the one I need, I don't think. This one will actually work. Just have to dye her hair blonde and maybe put the right ring attire. Because ring attire 1 is actually where she tag teamed with the kid named Zach Gowen in 2003 against the Big Show and A-Train. But the one I'm looking for is late 05, early 06. Back when the whole McMahon and Shawn Michaels rival was going on, which was fantastic. Alright, so next. JBL. There's a different style of JBL I'm hunting for. I'm actually hunting for JBL back when he was with this guy, which was probably one of my next downloads. And he was with Jillian Hall and Doug and Danny, the Basham brothers. He had that big feud. WrestleMania 21, where he lost his WWE Championship. Cena won his first WWE Championship in early 2005. That was right before they changed the WWE Championship into a spinner title. This will work. Just keep in mind, we want this to be the best Ruthless Aggression era game possible. So we're going to need to do custom portraits, custom move sets, custom championship belts. We want it all to be right on the money. Next up on my list after Jillian downloads will be the Bobby Lashley 2006 version. I want the one when he was the United States Champion at SmackDown 05, but then again, we can also do another attire for Lashley when he was the ECW Champion as well. Like this right here. This is the ECW Champion, which also is the same gear he wore for the SmackDown. He already has the custom portrait. So this Lashley right here is a win-win. Next on my list is Mr. Kennedy, but we could skip him because I already have him. Next will be Eminem. Not the singer, but the team. And I'm also going to walk you guys through some tag teams we had and factions back then, which was it was back when Batista and Mark Henry was feuding for the World Heavyweight Championship back then. And we're talking about not the one that Seth, well, yeah, it is the one Seth Rollins has, because they brought it out of retirement, but it had a different look. Well, Damian Priest now, but anyway, Batista and Henry were feuding over that title, and then Melina seduced Henry into attacking Batista's arm, which led to a huge war between these two guys. And Henry kind of teamed up with Eminem at that point. So that's what we're wanting. We're wanting Eminem. And it looks like Nitro is locked. Okay, so we got Joey Mercury. Melina's downloading. And it still needs Johnny Nitro. And I'm also including the rebirth of the ECW. Back when they brought the ECW back, before it was the WWECW. I'm talking about when it was just randomly ECW, when they brought it back in '05. So we're going to be getting some guys from ECW as well. And keep in mind, yes, they had the same matching outfits, but we can always take one of their attires and put it on the opposite partner. So regardless, as long as we have one of the characters, that's all that really matters. Next is Tommy Dreamer. The ECW Originals versus the ECW New Breed was really good. And that is a perfect Tommy Dreamer. Alright, after Dreamer downloaded, next we have the homicidal, the suicidal, the genocidal, death-defying Sabu. And these are not, that is not great, but it may have to do. Yeah. I probably should have completed the showcase before trying this. But that's alright, because I can put the right attire on them. Something I kind of wanted to point out, if you could see his pants were really long. Sabu's wasn't like that. Sabu's was just like you see on screen. His was actually inside of his boot. But anyway, to the next guy, we're going to the whole fucking show. There is actually two styles of RVD that I'm hunting. One was when WrestleMania 22 threw his Money in the Bank and his, well, right here, and his WWE Championship win. And the second one is uh, his ECW look, which really kind of don't matter because he was the first ever guy to win the ECW and the WWE Championship at the same time. Next on my list is Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, but he is in the game. But the reason, the reason I am trying to actually get ones like here, because that way when I select the custom superstars option in the play menu, then the whole thing will pop up. I don't have to search through the new wrestlers to just to find these guys. And as you can see, all the eddies are locked. So I'm actually going to just hold off, and then I'll unlock Eddie through the showcase. And then I'll just like custom something on his eye tire. That way I could select it as a custom character and use a custom portrait. So next is Morrison. And this is the ECW style Morrison. Not the Johnny Drip Drip or none of that. So I guess we're about to be moving on and looking for the A-lister. And the style of the Miz I'm actually searching for is the one where he had the longer shorts. That is horrible. That's better. Next, we're going to search for the voice of ECW. It looks like no one has created Joey Styles. Alright, moving on. Nobody has created Joey Styles. So, some words on the game actually gets bleeped out. So, if I type in the word hardcore, they'll take it as I'm typing in something inappropriate. So, to download hardcore Holly, we're going to try to just type in Holly. Actually, after I think about it, I could probably type in Bob Holly. Not the correct attire that I'm wanting, but I can work with it and edit it around later on. Alright, guys, the next on my list is Balls Mahoney, and I definitely can't type in the word ball, so we're going to try to go with Mahoney. Horrible. Nice custom portrait, but the character, no. So I will actually edit this Balls Mahoney and put the right attire on him because the one I'm wanting is from 2007 or 2008. I think 2007 when the ECW originals bought the new breed as I talked about earlier.